So what used to be embedded systems are now more popularly known as IoT Edge devices and, to a lesser extent, gateways. And while they may retain many of the same characteristics of old embedded systems, there are also some differences. Traditional embedded systems were most often used as silos that consumed and processed data to fulfill their primary purpose, such as control of industrial equipment, network control, environmental monitoring, and so on. If they needed to share data, it was an extension of their primary purpose, for example, to implement high availability. Let me say that again. If they needed to share data, it was an extension of their primary purpose, for example, to implement high availability. In contrast, IoT devices' primary purpose is often to collect and or generate data and share it for some higher purpose, such as analytics, machine learning, and or artificial intelligence. When talking about their solutions for edge computing, some database vendors would have you believe that gateways are the edge of the IoT world. That's simply because they don't have a solution that can run on the true edge. The old saying, if the only tool you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, comes to mind. For example, Microsoft talks about deploying a SQL Server database to an IoT Edge device. They're talking about a Linux device, one hefty enough to support SQL Server, and that runs on AMD 64 or x86 64-bit, or in some cases ARM32 or ARM64. But forget about MIPS, PowerPC, Coldfire, and other embedded processors. Our view is that the edge is the intelligent connected devices, not the gateways. IoT devices can be smart thermostats, set-top boxes, routers, industrial controllers, and wearable tech, and a lot of others. The possible examples are almost limitless. The common attribute is that they connect to gateways. So gateways are not the edge. Unfortunately, this has led to a lot of confusing messaging from database system vendors. So I really want to emphasize that, by and large, gateways are not the edge of the IoT. The edge is systems like what we see here that are directly connected to the data generation, whether that is, for example, an industrial sensor or an automobile's camera, LiDAR, or radar.